Comical today. The rest of the day it's
Comical. Hi, we're comical animated ladies, and we're doing a review for Bakemonogatari today, and it's also a video response to MP14's anime channel. Okay, first thing we're going to cover is the plot. And we gave the plot 10 out of 10 points. I thought it was really easy to follow, and it was well laid out, and Blanca's going to explain why she thinks it's so amazing. She's better at this kind of thing.
I don't know if I'm better today. Plot, easily summed down to guy helps girl solve problems.
Harem.
Like,
Lead as harem.
I know that you're already thinking that's not going to be like a 10 out of 10 plot, but they interweave it. It's like, oh, it's like a braided essay. They take little pieces from different times, like the Tsubasa cat arc feeds into everything that's happening, and what's up with Koyomi and his special business is how this entire thing is set. I know that's making no sense, but if you watch it, you will. Like, the first few episodes, you're gonna be like, what is going on? I don't understand this, but that is the point of the plot. You will see what happens as it gets going.
Because the first time when I first saw it, I was like, oh god, it's not going to be another Hell Girl, where every episode is independent and nothing intertwines, but they do.
And every episode is the same. Somebody helps someone and then it ends. That's not what's going on in this one.
Soundtrack, we only gave a 3 out of 10. Most of the openings were really annoying.
And it's got kind of like jazzy music that goes through, and it's not like even fantastic jazzy music, it's just sort of insert music here, we have nothing going on. It wasn't very good.
It, like, Cowboy Bebop has a really good jazzy soundtrack.
And I like the jazzy soundtrack on Darker Than Black, but this one was just
tacky.
The show is about the plot and the characters and their motivation, and not about the sound going on.
And I love how some of the, like, especially the first opening was just dumb. Like, staple, and like the animation of the first opening with all the staples jumping around. It was just
The only opening I liked was this
Hachikuji
snail opening, 'cause that one was like all over the place.
That was really cute. The character development, we gave an 8 out of 10. The characters were really believable, and they're really well developed, and they really worked with each other well. The relationships were well developed, except for one. But
yeah, none of the characters felt like they were
forced,
dropped in, and their interactions were really well. Especially
the snake one felt like it was dropped.
I hated that one. Let me finish what I was saying. Especially the interactions between Araragi and Hachikuji. Their dialogue was really natural.
Yeah, and they really captured the essence of teenagedom.
It did.
Like, of how there's a lot of awkwardness, and you say stupid things that you don't mean, and
you don't even realize that that was like a bad thing to say,
and that it might hurt someone's feelings. So that was the characters really developed, except for what, Nadeko Sengoku, the snake.
That arc just seemed really out of place.
Like, I could have enjoyed the entire show without ever seeing that arc. It didn't even play into the main part.
This is the second time I've watched this series, and me and Amanda were turning it on, and we got to the Sengoku arc, and I'm just like,
Did you just pick your nose?
No, I just scratched on top. I didn't pick it.
The video will tell.
It was a scratch on top. I'm sure, like, I would own up to it if I picked it during the video.
Okay,
anyway, I couldn't even remember what happened in it. I had blocked it because it had been so boring and out of place for me.
And that arc was just like really not well prepared, because I was constantly asking Blanca, I'm like, what's happening?
Like, I even asked Amanda,
I was like, who's that? Because they didn't even introduce her. So it was not my favorite plot. There was a couple plot holes that bothered me. Well, of course there was.
Amanda was concerned that they never explained what happened during Golden Week, but like, they have their own series, so eventually we'll watch that and find out. But it did feel out of place that this series is a standalone series, but it's not at the beginning of the timeline.
Yeah, it was because I had a hard time understanding like exactly why. And I think that maybe if they had introduced some bits of that in the beginning, I would have felt a little better about it, because then it would have made the rest of it, you pick up on the little things that they're talking about.
Like, you'd understand what was going on with Tsubasa as the series was progressing, and they're leaving you little hints. If they'd given us some sort of a bigger piece of foreshadowing in the beginning.
Look at the cat's eating some. My favorite character was Hitagi Senjugohara. I think I slaughtered that.
My favorite is Hachikuchi. She's the funniest and the most amusing, and she's the greatest since, like, as I said before, she has the greatest sense of humor. She brings brevity to the series and lightness.
Like,
Levity? Why did I say brevity? I meant levity.
I didn't like that they, like, sexified her, though, because she's, like, a little girl. I don't think I'm gonna get the Lolita thing. Ever.
I don't get it either, for the most part.
And Tsubasa was really well developed, and I liked her character quite a bit. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we recommend it, so go get it.
What is that cat doing?
She's checking at the manga. Don't bite me, please.